Mm. Hello, 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 and welcome. Hold on, let's see if we have any problems here. Hold up. Da. Okay, I think everyone can see my stream. And I think everyone can hear me. Uh, hmm. Hold on, something's up with my YouTube stream. The audio stream's current bitrate is, hmm. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Hmm. I mean, it says the stream's current bit rate is lower than recommended. Uh, hmm. I don't know how to approach that. Let me see. Hmm. I assume it would be fine, hopefully. Well, I'm listening to myself on the stream. It seems fine. Alright, so I'm gonna assume it's fine. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Everything looks to be in order. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So hello and welcome all to our final. Let's just pop right back into the game. There we go. Our final backyard baseball stream. And it's been a really long time coming, just a few months now. I think we started this in August and we're now in December. Finally going to finish things up. So that's pretty much our agenda tonight. We are going to finish the game. Whether if we lose or win, we're going to be done with backyard baseball. And it has been a wild ride, an almost perfect season, a perfect postseason so far, and it all comes down to whether if we win, which I'm pretty confident in our abilities, and who will be our quote unquote MVPs of our team when all is said and done. So if you like what you see, just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and just generally chat with us as we head on into the final games of Backyard Baseball. So, as you can see, our schedule is only the championship series, which is basically, I believe, a best of five. So I think we have to win 3 games. So at minimum, we're doing three, and at most we're doing five. Like, so hopefully it doesn't get to that point because I kind of want to not do that. Like, I don't want to. I don't know I don't know how to explain it. It's like 3 games is cool, but 4 games is kind of like. Yeah, you're kind of overstaying your welcome, maybe. 5 games is like you're definitely overstaying your welcome, and then we need to like move on. But it's fine. It is fine because we are going to win 3 games in a row, and that will be it. So let's go ahead and check our sound. We're going to go ahead and turn these guys off. We're going to leave on the play-by-play for just 1 game because it feels like we need to, right? And I'm just gonna check some stuff on my stream. Hold on. All right. Yeah. There. So YouTube has done something really weird with how they're doing like the live streaming. Before the UI was perfectly fine, where I think it was all compact into like one screen, so you don't have to like use up an entire monitor to see your entire analytics and your whole picture and whatnot. But now it's like it's all just stuffed together and crumbled to a point where you can barely make out what you're saying, and I'm not sure I like it. I'm not a fan. But anyway, So let's just go ahead and jump into it.
Well, fans, it doesn't get any bigger than this. Here we are at the first game of the BBL Ultra Grand World Championship of the Universe Series. Live from the Super Colossal Dome, this is Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch ready for another exciting game. Today we'll see a close matchup between the Lucky Duckies and the Little Wombats. Going into the final round, everyone's looking at that Ultra Grand World Championship of the Universe title. But only one team will make it all the way. So let's get on with the ball game. The crowd is on their feet now, stomping and clapping for the best team in the BBL, the Wombats.
All right, yeah, let's go. Let's go, wombats and whatnot. Boo the ducks. No one cares about them.
Is Angela Del Vecchio. You can
Yeah,
call her
Angela, let's
Boss
go.
Hitter. She is among the league leaders in strikeouts. Davy Marion
Oh
steps
yeah.
up to bat. All right, let's get down to business.
So yeah, like I said earlier, it's in these games where we'll see who our overall MVP is, which
A bouncing
feels
ball.
like will be Angela
Down the
because
middle. Gets it over
she's
the
just been an
fence.
absolute
Out of
trooper.
there. David
One,
Papa steps
in
up
my
to bat.
opinion, the
Just keep it
best
going.
pitcher in this entire game.
He
Like I know
approaches the
that's
cone just like a
that's definitely
chameleon.
not uh, a shared opinion amongst a lot of people, but I firmly believe that Angela really
And
is
the offering.
among the best,
Ball one.
if not
Oh
the
yeah.
best. And she's just been pretty consistent with us.
And the
A
throw.
pretty low ERA,
A bouncing
a
ball.
high strikeout rate.
Great shot to
Ooh,
first.
everyone's on their
And
game today. Ooh, let's go. All right, let's
Kevin
go.
Estrada steps up to bat. Ready now. And the
All right.
throw. The swing. A
Ooh.
long
Pete, you got
drive.
this.
He
You got
throws
this,
it
boy.
back. And misses.
Pete. What the?
Vinny,
Pete.
the throw to second.
Well, I don't know why that guy's running,
Fires across to first.
but I'm
In the
thankful.
dill.
What an idiot.
That'll bring our team up
Don't know
2-1.
how this
And
guy
here comes
even
Atlas.
made it all the way to the championships. What a dumb idiot. Good job. And now we'll just be watching the replay because of course we are.
Halfway through the inning
Yep,
now.
there we go.
Now pitching, Jay Green. He likes to eat left-handed hitters for breakfast. He also likes dandelions, walks in the park, and science fiction movies. Here's Bob
Huh?
Who's up to bat.
Okay, so this guy's good against left-handed pitchers, apparently, according to our friend Vinny the Gooch. So let's test out that theory.
Fires. Swung on, hammered down the
Hmm.
middle.
I don't know about that, Vinny. It seems like you're a little off on that one. But who knows?
Stephanie Morgan comes up to the plate.
Alright, Stephanie,
You
let's
know
go.
everything about baseball. Violetta, she'll tell you all of it.
Alright.
Towards
So,
center, he throws it. A swing,
ooh, nice liner.
and it's an out.
Ooh.
He's out.
Well, I feel like that was bullcrap. That feels that was rigged. That's completely rigged. Absolutely no shot he catches that.
Kenny Frazier comes in, ready for action.
Huh. But fine, sure. Well, whatever. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. I mean, it's not like this is like the World Series or anything.
The
Nope.
delivery, a swing,
Oh well, that's
bouncing ball.
fantastic.
Gotta watch your kneecaps on those taters. She's out, and it's a long walk back to the dugout.
Yeah. Okay, sure. All right. Well, it's fine.
And that'll do it in the first inning. Leah Wayne steps up to bat.
So obviously, I'm not gonna just talk about what's happening in the game because that'd be
And
pretty
delivers.
boring.
Swung on,
I
up
am
into
going to
foul
keep
territory.
uh, admonishing and praising these kids whenever they need it.
Ahmed throws it.
So,
Swing,
be prepared for that.
and
Oh
catches
my
it.
god, look at that.
He's
Look at
got
that
it.
diving catch by
Leah
Ahmed.
Wayne steps up to bat.
Great catch.
This young hitter can get
Absolute king right over there. Jay Green, you can suck my nuts. Not really, because that'd be weird, but you know what I'm saying. You
Swinging.
suck.
A little doinker.
Oh, we got Mr. Flash over here.
Blasted out. Here's the
Apparently
30-second
Barry
warning.
Allen's playing on their team.
And Olafson steps up to bat.
Little dumb idiot trying to bunt against us. He can't bunt against us. We got Angela.
Fires. The swing. Back towards the
Uh-oh.
infield. Running up to it.
Alright.
He's
I think
gone.
we're gonna keep him.
On to second. He throws the ball to first. Goes for the tag
Or come
and
on.
doesn't make it. On to second.
Good job, idiot.
Send him
Alright.
back to the dugout.
So what I was going to
Swinging up the
say
bat.
before
He got his feet up.
all that happening was we were hit with some like I know usually this isn't my prerogative to talk about this kind of stuff, but we unfortunately were hit by some pretty sad news over the weekend with the unfortunate and sudden passing of the beloved director Rob Reiner. And I know that's usually not what I talk about
Ready now.
on this channel,
Hurry. Swing.
but uh,
Chopper.
just a few things that
Slow roller.
to give a little to help give a little
Yes.
context is
Really,
that
kids. Keep it together.
Rob Reiner has delivered so many great movies for my own personal childhood, and I am technically a film graduate, so it's so don't be surprised when I actually talk about movies,
Breaking ball.
because I actually do
And he's
have
out.
a degree in it.
Set.
Like I literally have a degree in movies.
Have to keep their cool.
It hasn't been super useful so far, but that is technically what I graduated with. So, what I'm trying to say is that movies and
And the offering
and the people who make them would
runs
do
up.
are close to my heart in
He's
that
on
kind
to
of
second.
aspect.
Better
And
be that.
the passing of Rob Reiner was such a such a shock to me. Like I literally woke up to the news,
Good
and
swing so far, folks.
like of course
Drives
I
home. That's
right
three.
after I mean trust me, it really woke me up.
Ball.
And when I got into reading more about it, it's
High
like
up. Just
it
missed.
becomes a more devastating picture of
Right
what
field.
happened.
Flips to
Of
center.
course,
Pitcher with a
if you
glove.
want to read about it,
An asset to
it's all over the internet.
no
So
out.
you could probably just find whatever articles you can.
And the
In
offering.
regards to that,
Swing.
I'm not gonna refresh
And
or
he's up.
regurgitate
Up close myself. Of
whatever
course. That was fun.
has been already said.
What are you talking
So
about? What war? I don't know.
yeah, but I just want to
0 and 2.
bring this bring attention to how much Rob Reiner himself, like as a as a creative, really
A swing.
brought out to me
Breaking ball.
in terms
Too
of
short. Running up.
like filmmaking
Going
and
for her.
the creation of the arts. Now, obviously, it's really easy to point to his works like The Princess Bride and This Is Spinal Tap
Sonia Hagen steps to
and
second.
Stand By Me and
Grounded.
Misery. All of those are wonderful movies, and uh, he was just a
Swinging.
stand up
Got
director.
it.
Jesus,
One
Angela,
out.
stand up guy when it came to that kind of stuff because just according to everyone who knew him, he was just like one of the nicest, sweetest guys,
Back to the motion and
and
pitch.
he was just
Loop
so
pass.
compelling in his storytelling and kindness
Fires.
towards like his fellow man that
That retired.
you hear nothing but
See that play again.
praise for him, and the way he tells his stories and the way he
Still a swing.
conveys
Out.
emotion and humanity, you're led to believe that
At bat.
because they are just filled with this soothing creativity of humanity, like
The pitch. Swinging.
The Princess
A
Bride.
long one, and he's out.
Obviously, not the most realistic movie out there because, well, one is literally a story being told by an old man to his grandson, but eh, but aside from that, like it's the way that that story is being told
He's
that
close
where Fred Savage just gets really into whatever Peter Salk is telling him. It's like because it really is just that engaging of a story, and it's not just because the story itself was great, but because the it's the conveying of that story just whatever, Vinny, because the way Wesley and Princess Buttercup just interact with each other, and the way Fezzik and his guys just work off each other, And it's not a realistic story, no, but it's a story that's told through through the heart, and one that just relays how much it's not just about the pyrotechnics or the effects or something like that. This is way more than that, and Rob Reiner managed to uh come on to I don't know how else to explain it without you really thinking about this, but it's oh man. I mean, it's just such a sad loss because you know that Rob Reiner just had a little more in him. He had a movie that came out this year, and you know, I hear it was okay, but it's there's no doubt in my mind that it still had a little Rob Reiner charm in it, and it's just devastating because Rob Reiner just seemed like someone who is so passionate about telling stories. Not necessarily about making movies, but he had a way of making movies too. But he just loved telling stories, and you can just tell by the way he tells Princess Bride, or how he makes the mockumentary in Spinal Tap. It's just an overall fantastic way of seeing through that creative lens, and sadly is no longer with us because of some unfortunate, really, really unfortunate circumstance, which I'm not even gonna raise my voice about, but it does tell us that, you know, come on, man, that that there should be some sort of what is this guy doing? That maybe there should be some looking into about reform in the mental illness and drug rehabilitation and whatnot. But yeah, but this isn't entirely about that. This is about Rob Reiner, who is like, by all accounts, just seemed like one of the nicest people in Hollywood, and it just blows me away that something so tragic could happen to a man like that. And I know it can happen to someone like that. It certainly has happened in the past, but it's just it doesn't make it any less tragic or sad. Ooh, come on, Pete. We know you're fast. Let's go. Good job, Pete. Let's go. But yeah, anyway, sorry that one. I had to start off with a downer, like that, but it's like I always just saw Rob Reiner as like one of the he was like the grandpa of Hollywood, if you will. Oh shoot, like always smiling, always jolly, has some great wisdom and insight on not just movie making, but like humanity and society, and you know he was there's just it just blows my mind. It does. It does. And it's funny because my very first introduction of Rob Reiner, like as a person, as a celebrity, if you will, was on South Park, where he was. caricatured, you know, as a big blubbering old man who used activism to be like one of the more obnoxious and potentially evil people of that season of South Park, and it's like, and it's funny because uh, before that episode of South Park, I heard nothing but nice things about Rob Reiner and how cool he was, how nice he was, and then hold on, we got something here. Okay, and how he was, and how he was, pretty much just a saint or whatnot. But then when that South Park episode, when I first saw that South Park episode, I was exposed to like Rob Reiner. It's like this can't be the same Rob Reiner I've been hearing about, right? Because the way South Park portrayed him was like, just gluttonous, selfish, lost in his own way of activism, and it's like I just that really threw me off for a bit when I was a kid. Which, yeah, I know, a kid watching South Park, what? But anyway, it was like I just didn't get it. Like I didn't get the joke. Like yes, the kid. Oh, you son of a bitch! Wow. You know what, Jay Green, you fucking suck. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I just didn't understand it. Like the caricature itself was fine, I guess, but uh, like I just didn't think it was funny in terms of who was being caricatured. And to add on to that, like that particular episode of South Park was like it was like anti-smoking and whatnot, and but it was more about the message about telling people and just live the lives how they should. Screw you, man. And yeah, that's a great message, but it came at the expense of like arguably the a very nice guy who was just trying to platform the dangers of something not great, and it's like, and I just don't. Vinny the Gooch, shut up, man. Oh my god, this guy just does not shut up. I'm gonna skip his dialogue. He annoys me sometimes, man. This is why this is why we turn off the commentators when it comes to that. God damn. Anyway, come on, Pete. 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 Come on, Pete. Oh, bullshit. Come on. Ahmed. Oh my god. Well, that pisses me off. What the fuck, Ahmed? I agree. That was stupid. Oh, that was annoying. Absolutely no reason for any of that to happen. That was ridiculous. Yeah. It's foul. Who cares? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a fine South Park episode. I just didn't really think it was that funny in terms of how they showed Rob Reiner and all that. Like I know maybe I'm just sounding like I don't know, salty or what are you guys doing? Come on. Pablo! What the Oh my god. That was so annoying. Hmm. Alright, so, yeah. So, I don't know, I was just so frustrated about that entire exchange right there, and I apologize for that. But I'm saying, I'm telling you, that should not have happened.
And the offering swinging
Like
strike
that
one.
previous
A right hook, folks.
that previous play with
Opponent
this one
has
runner,
earned
this
one out.
stupid idiot runner who's like
Get ready now. The pitch
freaking Ahmed.
swung on, foul, and the count is 0 and 2.
Okay, let's see if we can get this guy swinging one more time.
From the windup, she delivers. Ball one,
Hmm,
and two.
I disagree. That umpire is full of crap.
From the windup, the 1-2 pitch. A swing, strike
Good
three,
job, idiot.
and one down.
Alright, we just need one out, which is completely
The
doable, but
runner steps up to bat.
anything can happen in the playoffs. Uh,
Takes a
alright,
stretch, cuts it
alright,
loose.
Angela, we know you got this.
Swing. A bouncing ball. He scoops it
Alright,
up.
you better catch
And
that.
the throw to first.
Nice, let's go.
That is safe. I
Alright,
gotta see that one again.
but yeah, I mean, I don't want to leave off on a sad note, so, Rob Reiner, wherever you
Midway in
are,
the inning now.
I salute you,
Here's the
man,
first.
and
And the Wombats
I
have
wish I
taken the
could,
lead up by
you
one.
know,
What a team. Bunch of
that, I mean, I
superstars.
know a lot of
Hats
people
off.
say this, but I wish I could have met you, but even if we didn't, you still made such an impact on me. So, cheers to you, Rob Reiner. Anyway,
Here's the windup. Throws it. Strike one.
yeah,
Swing and a
bullcrap.
miss.
No way that was a strike. I think Jay Green is like bribing the
This
umpire.
one
There's no other way.
misses.
That's
Another strike.
yeah,
A
bullcrap.
foul. And the count is 0 and 2.
Bull crap, that was a freaking strike. Yeah, Jay Green is definitely.
Not even close to that.
Dude, come on. First he bribes the umpire, and now he's cheating. He's putting kerosene on the freaking fireballs or whatever. Come on, Jay Green.
Leah Wayne.
Oh, I see. You don't want me to throw my bat at you, Jay Green, so now you switch out.
The stretch.
Coward.
Swing. Back towards the outfield.
Oh, well, that doesn't look great. Oh, that does. That does.
I gotta see that one again.
Oh, the only way that would have been better if that was Jay Green. Man, if that went into left field and hit Jay Green right in the face, that would have been perfect.
Next batter. Swing.
All right, Tony.
Blue Sky great arm and all that. But he just can't take the heat.
You got this, Tony. Hey.
She delivers. Swinging.
Oh,
And a foul. Runner on first. One
I don't
out.
know. I don't know what it is about Tony's bat. It doesn't look that great, man. Like it clearly
Ready
has
now. And
the
delivers.
muscle of the bat
That's a
right
foul.
at
And the count is
the
0 and
tippy
2.
top of it, while the skinny part is like holding it back. I'm telling you, it works better as
The
like a
stretch.
club
And
than
delivers.
an actual bat.
Swing. Towards the
Well,
outfield.
ooh, well, I mean that's not gone, but
Oops. The wheels fell
let's
off.
get some extra bases on this one.
And he stumbles. This is quite a predicament. Oops. The wheels fell off. And the runner is
All right,
safe.
ooh, we did some great juking out on that.
And the lead goes empty. Let's see what they
Fantastic.
can scrabble. Look at that determination.
All right, Angela, we know you got that dog in you. Hit a homer. Hit a home run for us.
Into the motion. Fires. Swinging.
Uh, hey, I mean that's pretty good.
Grounder to short.
Ooh, RBI.
All you can do is try your hardest.
Let's go.
She's safe. And she scores. The gooch likes that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give me some more of that.
One's out.
Yeah, give me some more of that. I'm the goose. Yeah. Ooh. Saying that out loud makes me feel a little weird.
From
The
the bench,
gooch likes
the
that. Give
delivery.
me some more of that.
It's
I
going to
mean,
the
come
right
on, man.
field line. And it
I mean,
goes
the jokes write
foul.
themselves at that point, really.
Runner on first. 2 out.
All right, Pete, I believe in you. Let's go, Pete.
Into the motion. And the pitch. Swing.
Ooh. Well, unfortunately,
That
it's
little
not
zipper
gonna
says
count for anything
and
because
that's
of
an out. And the
because
team
Angela's
sends
pretty
Pete
slow.
back to the dugout.
Wow, Pete really got there fast. Okay, well, we're just
And
Okay.
Let's one on first. The Wombats winning. Okay.
I
What?
three more outs.
Haven't seen these kids play like this since that unforgettable game last season. That was the day of the broken bat home run. I never saw anything like it. What a season that was. Sonia
What the fuck is this guy saying? All right. We only need three more outs for this win, so let's go.
Here's the pitch. Swung on. Strike
Okay.
one. Lefty. That's a terrific swing.
Can we
That is
pitch
sure
an
to hit on the
immaculate
wall.
inning?
Into the windup. The delivery. Swing.
No, we cannot.
Bouncing
But
ball.
hey, an
That
easy
one
out is
gets her. Chucks it to first.
also what
First
we'll take.
down.
So
Runner
let's
at
go.
second.
Two more outs. Let's go. Let's go, team.
Francis Fluer steps up to bat. Trying to get something for the team. Takes the stretch. Here's the
Ooh,
pitch.
Angela was shaking her head. Does she not like that?
Lined back. Easy
Well,
swing.
Stephanie likes it. Let's go.
Because she's out.
That's three
Hitter
pitches.
steps up to bat.
Three pitches, two outs. So,
Ready
I
now.
mean,
Delivery.
we're on a really good track right now.
Strike one.
One more out, guys. Let's
Come
go.
on, baby. The windup and the throw. Swung on. Another strike. Turn on the heat and
And
swing
you know
it.
what? It'd be super easy to strike this guy out with a zigzag.
Two outs.
However, this team has been doing that to us, so we gotta show them that we can beat them without using
Windup and the
cheats.
offering. The swing.
Oh
Swung
well, good job,
on.
idiot.
Ready now.
Let's go, Stephanie.
Jumps up. Oh, yes!
Yep,
Makes the
let's go.
catch. We shut them down in this inning. Let's see that one more time.
Man, these ducks really suck. Oh, they're the suckies. Ha ha ha.
And the Wombats take it 2-0. What a scene there's going to be at the pizza parlor tonight. I heard last time they won a game, they were dancing on the tables and singing victory songs at the top of their lungs. They even made the pizza guy spell out, "We are the champions," with pepperoni on every single pie. Straight from the Super Colossal Dome, this is Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch signing off.
All right, well, that, yep. Looking at our statistics, um, yeah, I mean, it looks like pretty standard statistics. That error should never have happened. All right, and let's go. So, yeah, we have one down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is a best of five game. So, just two more. Let's go. I mean, just saving just in case it freezes up on us or something, but no.
Here we
Yeah.
are at another exciting game in the official BBL Ultra Grand World Championship of the Universe Series. Live from the Super Colossal Dome, this is Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch ready for another exciting game. Playing in today's game are the Lucky Duckies and the Little Wombats. The
We're the
series
home team
starts
again. Isn't that
tonight,
interesting?
and these kids are hanging
Hmm.
tough in the Ultra Grand World Championship of the Universe Series, ready to win it
Huh.
all.
I
And
guess
now for the action.
I guess if it was
Begin.
like a
The
best of
crowd is on
five,
their feet now,
it'd be
ready
two
and
home,
rooting
two
for the
away, and
champion of the
then
BBL,
depending
the
on
Wombats.
depending on our season, it would either be home or away.
The starting pitcher
That's my
is
guess.
Angela Del Vecchio. Like her
Or
brother
maybe they just
Vinny,
give home
she's got
advantage
a good
to
solid split
you
going,
regardless. I don't
especially
know.
with days ending with Y. Francis Fluer steps up to bat.
All
Here's
right,
the motion. Pitch on the way. Strike one.
let's
That
go.
fancy pitch would really shake things up with nobody out.
Okay, well, the first strike on the first pitch is a good sign,
He's
right?
ready, and the
So
delivery.
that means we're gonna strike him out, right?
Strike two.
Let's go,
Here's the
Angela.
pitch. This would be a good time to cinch him with a hook or a crazy pitch. And the count is 0-2.
Let's do the
The
heat.
motion, the pitch.
They can't hit
Swung
this.
on.
Okay,
Here's the
apparently they can,
throw.
but they
Got
can't
a
get a
hit.
hit.
Oh, she
Dear
missed
Lord.
it. Picked it up. Straight to
Wow,
left.
Angela was
One
fast on
for
that.
her.
Is today Angela's fast day?
I think this young hitter can get the job done.
Dun dun dun.
On
Alright,
the windup.
Angela's liking the right hook. Let's go.
A swing. Hit hard. Got it.
I can see why. That was an easy out. Let's go, Angela. And okay, she doesn't want those. She wants the left hook. Interesting choice there, but maybe it'll work out. It does. Let's go, Angela. Oh, she wants the right hook this time. Okay, I see you. I see you, Angela. Uh, Pete. You better Pete. I swear. Pete, I swear to God. Pete, you are great at batting, but you scare me sometimes. Alright, so in other news regarding me, um, I have caught up with One Punch Man Season 3. And, oh man, it's so bad. But the funny thing is, like, I knew it would be bad. Like, I just knew it would be bad. So I already had pretty low expectations for this season. So, so when I was watching the season, the season, I was like, it's not as bad as I was thinking. Now, granted, it's still bad. It's still really, really bad. I would not recommend it at all. But it's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. But granted, it's I've it's like I was just thinking it was just terrible. Like especially with all the online discourse about it and how it's like basically one frame man. You know that one joke. And yes, the animation is definitely the worst part about it. But I mean, the animation's yes terrible, but I can't say it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, granted, for a show like One Punch Man, where the first season just had superb animation, and it's already such a massive IP that it deserves a larger budget for this kind of thing. Like, I get it, I do. But after season two, like, I'm just surprised that people weren't expecting this. It's the same studio who did season two, but you know, with even less staff and less budget. So it's like there's no way people didn't expect this to happening. Like I get that One Punch Man is super popular and people want it adapted faithfully and you know not terribly, but at some point you really gotta look at the larger picture here, which is that they just don't care. They do not care. Like, I think some of the animators care. Like, some of the animation is not that bad in terms of how it's followed through, but like, I think and they're just sitting on their thumbs because you know they. I think they already planned out the merch and whatnot, and One Punch Man, the One Punch Man manga already makes a lot of money. Like, I don't have the statistics, the stats on that, but like, like it's still a really popular manga. It's so popular it got 3 seasons. So it's not like it's they're so it's not like the creators or the publishers are like really vying for the money and adaptation is just another way for them to, you know, get more money. And it just so happens that they were miscalculated this time. And oh, thank goodness. Mm, okay, good job, Annie. That does bad to us. But yeah, um, you know, what's interesting about the One Punch Man season is that with how bad it is, there's some unintentionally funny moments in there. Like, like they just don't rely on any animation or camera angle changes, so they just have still stilted shots of, you know, nothing happening except for like a few lines going by. And it's just it's just really funny to me. Like I don't know, like the timing on it and to pair that with the music is not fantastic, but it's like, oh, is that gone? Is that gone? Let's go, Pablo. Let's go. Like the one scene that pops up in my head is when they're having hot pot, where Saitama and Genos and King, Bang, Bomb, and the Fubuki are just sitting around the table and they're having hot pot and no one's moving. The only animated things on the screen are the bubbling hot pot and some words in the background. That's it. That's all that's moving. And that's just really stupid yet so funny to me because because of how low the series has just gone. And and clearly it's supposed to be like a comedic event, okay? Like the idea of all these powerful people just sitting around a hot pot is just humorous, okay? But there could have been funnier ways of conveying that, like with different angles or just better timing. But the fact that they just drag it out with such subpar animation is a different level of comedy that may have not been intentional, but it's still funny nonetheless because of how stupid it is. Hmm. Wow, they really didn't want a mirror on there, huh? Like, I swear that hot pot shot is like 15 seconds long when it really only needs to be like 3 or 5 seconds. But it's just, I think that just adds to the stupid comedy of it. Like they clearly just don't care. And yeah, it's not fine, but just something came out of it, I guess. Like, like the comedy, whether if it's intentional or unintentional, of One Punch Man, is probably the best part of season three. And as, yes, that's sad saying that because One Punch Man has some amazing paneling and previous animation from previous seasons, but ooh, okay, everyone stay on your base. I mean, sure, he was robbed, but I don't know about that. But anyway, ah, boy. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like One Punch Man season three was like, of course it's gotta be bad, guys. Like, did you see who was animating it? Let's go team. Oh, Angela, 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 Angela. You go, go, girl. Keisha, you got this. Oh, let's go. Keisha didn't trip. She probably would have been even more safe, but man, let's go, Keisha. All right, Pete, let's go. Oh, so close, Pete, so close. Okay, well, there's that. All right, but yeah, One Punch Man. Oof. Yeah, really, all I could say is that did people really expect anything less or anything more? I guess. Like, yes, the trailers made it look good, but that's kind of the point of trailers. Like, this is why I don't take trailers at face value because they're not always gonna be great. Like, sometimes they're just gonna be terrible. Like, like, obviously, I don't know how else to say it, man. Like, trailers are meant there to advertise the show. Like, of course, they're going to look great. And even the One Punch Man trailers didn't look super great.
First, she's
Like they clearly
there.
put
Sonia
all of the
Braun.
best scenes into whatever the trailers
Watch
they
this
wanted to
movement.
convey
And
because
swing. Straight
yeah.
ahead. 20 to the right. Don't try this at home, kids. One out. The windup and the
Okay,
catch.
okay, Angela, you
Just
got
missed.
this. Good job,
And
Sonia,
now
you dumb
for
idiot. And I guess that brings me to my next point that I wanted to talk about. The anime of 2025 in general.
Pitch on the way.
And it was good.
Bouncing
Like
ball.
right off the top of my
Now's
head,
the time. Say goodbye, cause she's gone.
I think I think
See
a lot of
and steps up to
a
the
lot of the anime this year was really good. Like I've not seen that in the facetious manner or like out of like a uh bad faith or whatever. I legit think it was good to a point where it may be
What's up,
a little
newcomers?
tiring. Like
Strike
for
one.
example,
Recycle.
uh, this fall there
Another
was
one of those baby
the
steps.
show A
Well,
Wild Boss has appeared or whatever. The show about the reincarnated guy into the last boss who, punches stuff and whatever.
takes the stretch.
Yeah,
Cuts to the plate.
I think it's
To the
a
mound.
fine show. I think it's good.
Well, gets away from her.
Come on,
Flips
Angela.
it over to first.
Like, it
Easy
has some
pickup.
great animation, it
Now
has
she'll
some
team up
fun
and
writing,
check out in the
and
triple
some,
play.
and some somewhat creative tendencies around this genre.
Halfway through the inning now.
But it's like, I
Wombats
don't think
in
it's
the lead.
anything fantastic. Like, I still think it's kind of an okay isekai that I've seen a lot of.
Enthusiastic fans
And,
waiting
that's
for the
obviously just
play.
me because I know it's a good show. But, to me, personally, I just think it's okay. But that's the thing. That's been
Swing
going a
and a
lot.
pitch.
That's been going around a lot this year. Dear
Around the
Lord.
fly.
Like shows where I
Yes.
think where I personally think they're good, but I know for a fact that they're more than that. Like I know they're more than just good. They're doing a lot of things right.
The swing.
And, like it just comes down to
And
my
the
own
catch.
personal preference, and that was unfortunate. And
Lefty.
it's like I'm not sure if it's because I'm getting older or if I'm just terrible or whatever, terrible at telling this kind of
Swing and
stuff.
miss.
I mean, I did a whole
Swing and
freaking
run.
month
Up by
of
2.
reviewing a bunch of older anime, so maybe it's just that, and maybe I'm clouding some of my judgment is being clouded or
Line
whatnot. But
over. 2 out.
I just think that a lot of the shows objectively were great,
Here's
but
one.
subjectively to me
Entering
were
the
just
inning.
fine.
That one left
And I
field.
don't think that's any fault on me, nor is it any fault on the anime themselves.
Racing
That
up the line.
just so happens to be opinion,
Goes
and
to the base
nothing wrong with that.
and makes it easily. Good
Hmm.
hustle, good hustle. Up in
Right.
front. To the plate.
Um. I mean, the shows that did stand out to me really stood out to me. There was obviously Mikadono Sisters. I freaking love that show. There was uh, Catch Me at the Ballpark, which is
Ready now.
well baseball anime, but it's not about
Set
baseball. It's
one
about
and
spectating baseball, if anything. But
one out.
and that's unfortunate. But it was a really heartfelt and lovely show, even if the animation wasn't all there. Um,
It's the third inning.
all
One
right, we're
out.
halfway there.
The
Let's go.
Wombats winning. Up by 3. They sure are
Uh,
excited.
what else was there?
Francis Brewer.
Oh, there's Zenshu, which had a phenomenal animation, but is another one of those shows where I actually do have I I do legit think has some legit problems with. So,
From the stretch and delivers.
but overall, do still think it's a good
Nice
show, a
rover.
phenomenal show,
Yes. Gets
even
it
if it is a
done.
bit flawed.
Jumping in the
Like,
air.
I'm not even saying
He's got it.
I'm not even saying the flaws are like
Step back.
it's seen through my own personal
Fastball.
lens. I legit think the flaws are like objectively objectively glaring. But I'll explain that in like a future video, if you will. Um,
Here
let's
we go.
see, what else was
A
there?
swing, a bouncing ball. And
There
now
was
for the catch. Tosses it over to
oh
first.
my God, why am I
He's got
blinking?
it.
Why am I blanking on this? There's of course, Spy Family. There's My Hero Academia. Those are still good.
Estrada.
Like I know
That's
people
it.
have like problems with those shows. I think they're good. Like obviously, I can see why people would have problems with them, but
Going. To the plate.
like I still enjoy them. I still have
A
like
bouncing
fond
ball. And he's
memories
got it.
and thoughts
And
about them.
send him back to the
Like
dugout.
granted,
And scores the side. Let's
I
see
don't
that
think they're
play
perfect.
again.
Of course they're not, but that I still think what they're churning out is pretty good.
And the Wombats
Um,
take the lead on the pitch.
oh boy. Excuse me.
On the field, Axeman
Oh,
throws to the pitcher playing
Giguk
defense.
did
Here's the
his
swing.
own personal project, which was Bond. Bond was really good.
Pitch on the
Can't
way.
praise Bond enough.
BlueSky.
Um, hello, Mr. Genius Dylan. Thank you for joining us.
And the
We're
swing.
just
He's out.
we're just trying
And
to
that's
wrap things up
ball.
here while you know while I talk about anime and stuff.
It's
Yeah, I was just
interesting. Here's the pitch. Going
ooh.
away.
Okay, good eye, good eye. Um, yeah, I was just talking about how much my
Another
overall opinion on
swing.
ooh
And a
some of
foul.
the anime
The
that came
catch
out
on
this
the
year
move.
was
Ready
well,
now.
what other anime
One,
did I
two.
see this
And
year?
another strike. Anytime you hit, you
Jeez,
can strike on your
I
own.
don't know why I'm
You
blanking on
have
this.
to fight back.
What? Jesus Christ, I saw so many anime
Good
this year.
delivery.
Like not even come out this
Where
year.
will
Like
it be?
just so many anime that came out from previous years, man.
It's out.
That I'm just jumbling and stumbling and whatnot. Hmm. All right, Tony, let's go.
He comes center. And the pitch.
Ooh.
A
Well, our
bouncing
hitting has
ball.
not been
Wonder what
super
the cream
hot.
caps on those taters. He's
Yeah,
out.
it's okay, Tony.
That's
Well,
not what we're
it's okay.
looking for.
Tony has not been super hot this postseason,
And the
sadly,
swing.
but
Over.
no, I'm sure he'll get
Fascinating.
his
Strike
moment,
three. They sure are
hopefully.
giving him a run for their money. I'll bet you're all wondering, just what is a wombat? Well, they are furry little
Oh
marsupials
my
that live
God,
on
Vinny,
plants and
shut
animals.
up.
So the next obvious question is, what is a marsupial? Well, they're a kind of mammal,
Oh
usually
my God.
distinguished by their pouches which are for carrying their young. I'm impressed, Vinny. Yo, I've been around, you know?
Didn't this guy just make this speech like last game? Like, why did he have to explain that again to these people? Freaking, God damn it, Vinny, no one cares.
From the stretch, the pitch. A swing. A bouncing ball. She dives for it. Oh
Okay,
no!
Amir.
Missed it.
Annie, what the
Somehow.
fuck?
Tosses it over to first. No!
Well,
She's
that
out!
annoys
I
me.
bet you that was a spit ball and it was slippery. That was a truly unimpressive maneuver.
Yeah, there's no reason for that to happen. Thanks, Annie. It's not like we're in the championships or anything. Hello, Daniel. Nice of you to join us again. Yep,
Seeing so many faces.
we
Holy
are
cow, Capone looks
back
like an angel.
in backyard baseball, and we're here to
A swing and
do.
drove one deep.
Come
Right
on,
field.
Tony. We're here to hopefully win the championships,
He's
but
all
these kids
done.
are not making it
Moving to
easy.
third.
Ahmed, I swear.
She's out.
All right, that's one out. Let's go. Now, well, thank you for dropping by, Daniel. Like, I appreciate you. Just hanging out, even if a little.
Here's the bat.
Um, nice of you to be with your family, and family's great. My family is chaotic. Oh boy, like I
Lined up
I
and sends
explained
it.
this last week,
Throwing
but
for
yeah,
third.
I Christmas with the family is always crazy. Um,
The wiper.
so I have like,
Slippery.
boy,
Another
it's either
strike.
like
They have the lead
12
again.
or
Three
13
outs.
siblings. I think I have 13 siblings. I can't freaking keep track, man. Like it's always a headache, man. I just know it's more than 10.
A
So,
fastball.
so I
Big
have a lot of
hit.
siblings.
That's
I
ball
have
two.
to. This guy's ballsy.
That was supposed to be a throw. Steps it to third. Safe. Tosses it
Pablo, I
deep.
swear to God.
That's gotta hurt. And it's out of play.
Oh,
There's a run.
oh boy. Pablo, I swear to God. See, I don't care what anyone says. Pablo is terrible at fielding. And that is why he's our catcher, which arguably it could be problematic. But so far, if our fielders are already good, then, the catching shouldn't be a problem, right?
From the windup and
But my
delivers.
God, Pablo.
Swing. Lined back. And
Let's
makes
go.
basket catch. Out.
Ooh.
And that'll do it for them this inning.
All
Look at
right.
that. What a hit.
So we gave up a run
And
because
one.
Pablo can't catch a freaking ball,
Up by two.
but
Giving them a
that's
run for
fine.
their
That's
money.
fine. We're totally we're still in the lead. We just need three more outs from them. It's all fine. God, is this how freaking coaching Little League is?
And the operator
Just making
swings.
sure our
One out
kids,
with no strikes.
don't die and just learn the fundamentals of baseball.
He's
Cause my
swinging
God,
and
Pablo.
fires. That was ball one, and the count is 1-1.
Like Pablo is fantastic at everything except for fielding. Like, and I will die on that hill.
Swung on.
Ooh.
Flipper in foul territory. And another
Let's
pitch.
go. It's okay, Angela. Let's go. You got this.
Into the windup. The 1-2
All
pitch.
right.
Swung on.
Ooh.
A bouncing ball.
Yikes.
Low roller sent him scrambling.
Well,
And he's
Angela,
out.
you tried.
Ooh, that's not what we're looking for.
It's okay. She needed to save her strength for like pitching or whatnot. That's it. She's on pictures, so she needed to
Here's the windup.
save her
Swing.
strength.
It's fouled
Oh,
back. One out.
I'm not liking this Jay Green kid. He's he's not
He's
nice.
ready now. Fires.
Oh,
Popped it up. That was a can of
wow,
Coke
that is
for
a
the
high
special
one.
team.
Don't catch it.
And he's out.
You son of a.
Jesse Morgan comes up to the plate. I think this young hitter can get the job done.
Alright, well, as long as we maintain the lead throughout the sixth inning, it should all be fine.
From the stretch, the pitch. Swing.
Ooh.
Strike one.
Alright,
Two
alright.
outs. From the windup,
Come
the
on,
1
Jay
2
Green, you stupid.
Swung on.
Ooh,
And
nice hit.
drove it to deep
No
left.
way they're catching that. See, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? These kids are morons. Let's go. Alright.
Any trainer comes in ready for action. This
But
could
yeah,
be
like I was saying, I have a lot of siblings, so it's not just that I have to get presents for all of them, because usually I don't. Sometimes they're not even there.
a
Oh,
long drive.
oh, that seems like an easy catch.
He's out of
Yeah,
there.
there it is. But I also happen to cook for my family toward the holidays because I'm an excellent cook.
And the
But
pitch. One left on.
yeah, on
Swung
top
and
of that,
missed.
it's
Up
just
by two.
like the holidays, especially Christmas, are just
That unforgettable
crazy for my
swing.
family. And
That was the day.
well, I don't.
Broken back. Then again.
What is this guy
How do you
saying?
like it? What a season that was. Sonia Hagen steps to
Jesus
the plate.
Christ. But yeah, like it's not that it's not that I'm not grateful for,
From the windup and
my
the 1
family or
2.
whatnot, but man, it is a lot of
Towards the
work.
outfield. There he goes.
Pete, you got
Deep
this. Ooh,
play.
let's go, Pete. Two more outs. We got
Back
this.
to back.
Two more. All right,
Takes it.
Angela, let's go.
Delivers. Swing. Strike one.
Yes, let's go.
Low pitch. Bet the batter wasn't expecting that. One out. The target goes up. A
All
little
right.
slippery. Swing.
Ooh,
That's a foul. 0-2.
okay.
Target goes up.
Davy, you
Delivers.
stupid idiot.
Swing.
Oh. Oh, Angela, come on.
Straight to first. Safe.
Oh, well, that's bullcrap. Angela had that one in the bag, and that was
The
annoying.
thrower steps up to bat.
Well, you know what? All that means is that we can double
Strike.
play.
Pitch on the way. Strike one.
Okay, she does a swing at that.
One out.
That's fine too. She wants
He's
slow
hit.
ball. Let's
Sends to
go.
right. Strike
Ooh,
two. Looks like a
I don't
slow
think
ball. Thinking out there on the mound.
I don't think she's gonna be swinging.
Throw the off-speed pitch. And the count is 0 and 2.
What the heck is the freaking Vin? Oh God, Vinny, come on.
There's a
A
bunt.
bunt. Oh my goodness.
He's all over it. Straight to first. She's safe.
Don't know what
Doesn't
they're
get him
thinking
any
over
bigger.
there.
That's an out. Slings it to third.
Wow, I don't
Double
know what
play.
any of
He
that
loses
was.
him
That
right
was
there. He's out.
what? Wow, they really got greedy on that
And
one.
now,
That was
folks, we're gonna
stupid.
see that one again.
Like, what the heck was that? I mean, that should not have happened for them, but we'll take it. We take that.
And the Wombats take it 3-1.
As you can imagine, there will be a lot to celebrate at the pizza parlor tonight.
Straight from the Super Colossal Dome, this is Sunny Day and Vinny the Gooch signing off.
All right, let's go. And I believe we just need one more win. Just saving that just in case. Yeah, so I believe it is best of 5, so we shall take that. And there's no way it's best of 7. If it's best of 7, that'd be kind of crazy, all things considered. So,
Welcome back to the action, fans. It looks as though our favorite players have made it to another round in the BBL Ultra Grand World Championship of the Universe Series. This is Sunny Day, and my pal Vinny the Gooch with a hearty hi-ho to ya.
Wait
oh,
a minute. The Gooch does not, under any circumstances, say hi ho. Sunny Day may be saying hi ho, but the Gooch just says yo.
Whatever, Vinny.
Today's matchup is between the little wombats
okay.
and the
It
lucky
looks like we're finally the away team this time.
2-0. What an unbelievable series this has been for these kids. Today's win would mean that they take the whole enchilada.
Okay, yeah, so this hopefully will be our last game. But, you know, anything can happen in baseball, so let's go.
Their feet now, stomping and clapping for the best team in the BBL, the Wombats.
A wombat? A what? Singular wombat?
Jay Green.
He's
Huh.
gonna let 'em know who's boss.
Here come the Peaches. First up to bat.
Here we go.
Alright.
Another chance to show 'em all who rocks hardest.
Well, uh, show 'em what you got, Pete. You know we can win.
The stretch. Pitch on the way. Strike one.
Well, I don't know why I swung at that. Well, I don't know why Pete swung at that. Well, maybe I do know. He's a little
Some said he was throwing it
special,
like
but
lightning.
Pete, don't swing at that.
And he's out.
That's not our best one either. But it's okay, Pete. It's only the first. Don't cry. Don't kick yourself in the pants with that, I guess. Okay, Stephanie,
The pitch.
pick up the slack. Well, okay. So on top of,
Now, and the throw.
hold on.
A
Oh,
bouncing ball.
oh, Stephanie, why aren't
Pass
you?
on those taters.
And he's
Oh,
out.
And it's a long
so
shot
on top of
to the dugout.
like the normal anime that came out, like One Punch Man, Bond, all that stuff. Um, but there's another freaking YouTube anime that came out, and from the
Wombats
weirdest of
first
places,
one.
it came from Duolingo, the language learning app. Yeah.
Now, throwing.
So Duolingo released like a 5 episode anime on their channel,
From the
like
windup, the
like
one-one pitch.
self-produced, and it's
Swung
weird.
and a strike.
She went after the
Like
high cheese on that one.
And the count is 0
it's
and
like,
2.
and I think each episode is like 2 minutes long or something like that. But
The 1-2 pitch.
ooh,
A line
nice hit.
fly.
That
Ooh,
We'll hunt.
bad
Easy
catch.
now.
But yeah, it's so the whole idea is that Duolingo, the bird, the Duolingo bird traps a bunch of characters in like Duolingo itself,
Yo, update.
and they have to pass a bunch of learning, like
The
language
most
learning
elite
stuff,
leaders in
and
combat.
it's like
Lady Marion, step
it's just weird because it's almost like Saw or something, and they portray the bird as this psycho, all omniscient being,
center.
and
A swing.
and it's just weird.
No out.
Like they really leaned into like the memes of the Duolingo bird being a psychotic
And delivered.
killer or something like that.
Another scratch. 0-2.
And I don't know how to describe it because, like, like the anime is just
And throw.
conceptually it's fine. It's like it takes tropes from like isekai and like battle royale esque type games and whatnot,
Takes the stretch.
but
And
it's like
delivered. A
uh,
basketball.
first off,
For
the
two.
idea that Duolingo
Fire.
has an anime in the first place is kind of weird,
Delivered. Straight to second.
but in the
Third.
second place,
Tag.
like
Out of time.
the fact that
Second.
this all taken
Fair.
somewhat seriously, like even amongst all the comedy and the memes of what makes up this anime, if you
And
will,
Estrada.
like
The
it's
pitch.
still a consistent story that was laid out and plotted to be mostly taken seriously, like well, quote unquote seriously,
And
um,
steady. Pitch on the way.
for one's entertainment,
Strike one.
and it's just
We'll
bizarre to
cross
me, you know.
paths
I
again.
wouldn't say I wouldn't say it was terrible because like
And delivered.
on some level it was kind of fascinating to see
Untouched.
that happen.
Feet free from that
To
one.
see like this big company just
Elbow.
produce their own anime
Going to cinch you with a hard,
and
crazy pitch.
0-2.
and the anime itself is not super terrible.
Target goes up.
Like it's clearly advertising the
Up
service.
high.
That
On the
much is
way.
clear, but come on.
Jumps. This one's gonna get
Oh,
by.
come on, Pete.
Throw to second. The throw to first base. Out.
Ooh, wow. I don't know what that guy was
One
thinking,
more
but
spot for this inning.
yeah,
And that's the end of the
I
replay.
don't know. I think you'd have to watch it yourself to really know what I'm talking about, but I mean, uh, the Duolingo anime,
End of the inning.
it exists.
Pablo Sanchez steps in.
Dun, 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 bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, Pablo, you got this. We know you got this, Pablo.
He comes center. The pitch. A swing. A
Okay.
long drive. Man at
Come
second.
on, man. Stop catching these balls. It's absurd. And I say this as someone who,
He winds. Here it is.
hold
A
on.
swing.
Oh,
Two
well, that
out.
sucks. Who has, used Duolingo? Like,
And that's an out.
bull crap. I, it sucks. Like,
Lazy.
dude, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, but Duolingo freaking sucks, man.
Takes the stretch. And the pitch. Swing.
It's just
Throw.
like it is a legitimately bad app and service. Like, take away the fact that the CEO wants to like replace like translators with AI or whatever crap.
Through the empty net.
But it's like the app itself is just not engaging. It's just it's awful. Like
And a throw.
the whole purpose of a language learning app is to just keep like the whole purpose of the whole freaking
She's ready to
app is
go.
to teach you learning or
Score.
teach you languages, right?
That's it.
But the whole app is just so unintuitive
Game
about
set. He's up to bat.
about how it goes about that. Like, I'm trying to, over here trying to learn freaking German because I took some German like in college and like I want to continue a bit of that. So I thought I knew what I was talking about when it came to German, but then the app just negates all that because freaking because the way they sort out the vocabulary, like obviously it's not gonna be perfect, sure, but it's like what the frick kind of vocabulary do they want you to learn on Duolingo? Like, so you need to learn like the colors or the common foods or whatever. Fine, that's fine. But what Duolingo does is that they throw you into like, what are these guys doing? What are these idiots doing? I don't know what he was thinking. So the whole idea is that yeah, you learn colors or numbers or whatever, and you do that. But then on top of that, you get thrown into like a whole course where you have to translate a sentence, and half the words of that sentence you have no idea what the fuck is, because they didn't teach you that. I mean, I remember distinctly, like, there was one sentence I said, well, okay, obviously not perfect. My German sucks because of Duolingo, but it's like, it was something along the lines of, what is der Kirche? It's like, okay, I know three of those words, but what the fuck is a crochet? And they want you to just raw dog it and like just translate it on your own. And how would I know what a crochet is if you guys don't teach me what it is? And it's not like they give you context clues. Like they sometimes it's just one of their idiot mascots on screen, like just standing there staring at you until you answer with whatever frick ass word that comes to mind. Huh. A crochet, a crochet. Kirche. Anyway, a kirche is a church, by the way, which, I'll tell you because Duolingo won't freaking tell you.
And that'll close up the section. One left on. Scoreless game so far, folks. Tisha Phillips turns back.
Hello, the Big Sky Conference. Thank you for joining in my rant about Duolingo. Yeah, it sucks.
And
Uh-oh, I'm not focusing.
swing.
My
And
real beef with
whoa,
Duolingo,
somebody
in
out.
addition to what you're saying, is the lack of Estonian. Oh yeah, they don't have all the languages,
Back to the place.
which I could kind of
Back
get
to
if
the
it was like a small
Roll
small
roller,
app that
gambling.
didn't
And
have years of
the
service already.
wall
But
walk back to the
yeah,
place.
Duolingo's odd because one, it's been around since what 2010 or something, I don't know, and two, is like a multi-billion-dollar company by this point, so it's like they should have
You could be
some
wondering what goes
common
on.
languages, right? But no, they decide to give you piano lessons or chess lessons or math lessons, you know, most of which are not languages, by the way. And then they also have languages like Klingon. Like, okay, Klingon is nice, but how about like an actual language? Okay, here's an actual language, Latin. They teach Latin on Duolingo. It's like, okay, but no one's got to learn that. The only people who learn Latin on Duolingo are high school students who are learning Latin and just don't want to do any work for it, which is ironic because they're gonna be doing like double the work because Duolingo freaking sucks.
A bouncing ball.
Uh,
Send 'em running.
are we safe? We are not. Oh boy. Oh no 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 no. Okay okay. I thought that was gonna be out of bounds, but okay
I gotta
okay.
see that one again.
Angela's safe. Someone's safe on base. That's fine by me. Hopefully we can score something. Uh, up next is Pete. Pete's pretty good at power hitting, but he has not been super fantastic this series. Okay. Come
Get
on.
ready now.
Come on,
Ready,
Pete.
offering. Strike
Ooh.
one. Runner on first.
Um,
2 out.
I follow Estonian football soccer, and my favorite team dipped into the second division this
From the
year.
lineup
And
and
hold
the
on,
pitch. Looking back.
shockingly, there isn't much coverage of second division Estonian soccer in
The
English.
wheels fell off.
Yeah,
Grounded to.
yeah. So I scrambled to find Estonian on Duolingo, trying to learn something baseline, but it just wasn't there.
Halfway through the
Yeah,
inning, so let's
I,
look at first. A
you
slice
have
of
to
pie.
understand that Duolingo is just a small company,
Sonia,
right?
just
It's not like they've been around
Big
for
hitter,
over a
Timmy.
decade
Big
and
hitter.
have
He
billions of
scores
dollars
every
and
time.
have a whole freaking conference every year or have enough money to produce their own damn anime. No, no, they're clearly an indie studio that already is trying to scrape by.
she kicks.
Freaking
Left.
Duolingo.
Swing. And drove one deep. He's going back. Jumps. Didn't quite make
And
it.
it's not
But
just
nabs it. Say goodbye, cause she's out.
it's not
Runner steps in.
and it's not just the problems with the language learning itself. Like obviously there's other issues with Duolingo, especially in these past few years. Like how the CEO wants to, get rid of the in-person translators and replace them with like AI. That's also freaking problematic on numerous levels. But
From the windup and the pitch.
but then there's
Strike
also like
one. 1 out.
raising their prices for what freaking whatever they call the subscription model or whatever. Okay, fine, whatever.
Into the
They
windup.
can do that
The
as
offering.
a business, as a
Swing.
capital business.
Drive.
They can
Good
legally
ball.
do that,
Try this at home,
even
Pete.
though it makes no sense,
0 and 2.
and will just turn off people from, just learning another language altogether. So, like, just already completely erasing half of their mission, or at least was supposed to be their mission.
Here's pitch. Fires.
But, oh boy.
Swing. She's
Freaking,
going for the bunt. And she
come
grips.
on. Yep,
Steps
there
in
we go.
first. Say goodbye, cause she's out. Amy Marion
But then,
steps back.
it's like,
Trying to get something for the team.
it's just so many parts of Duolingo I don't understand. And then, okay, so, so when it comes to the actual app, the actual service, Duolingo just sucks. Not because the language learning is bad, even though it is, but because it's just not engaging. Like, yes, you have some basic exercises, which is fundamentally okay, it's fine. Like matching vocabulary, like translating sentences. Okay, sure, on paper that's fine, even though it's just terrible the way they implement it. But then they also add in like little mini games in here and there. It's like, yes, that too is fun. But the problem is, one, those mini games are not fun. And two, like they just become stale and dumb and like dull when
From the center.
when
Delivers.
you really feel like
On
that
one.
you're already
Out.
kind of burnt out from
Runner
learning
steps
the
in.
language.
Play.
Wow, I did not think that'd be
Out.
caught.
All right.
Um,
Your turn now. Let's play
uh,
again.
I think a good example of it would be
That's it for the third inning.
like the
Just
weekly
before it's time to say
challenges.
goodbye, both teams are
You
feeling
right?
bullish,
Okay.
and this
So
isn't
it's like
about winning. Some
one of the challenges is just like match as many vocabulary words as you can in a certain amount of time, right? So it's like a goal would be like try to match 100 words in like
he
2 minutes, and
scrambles.
okay, sure, fine, do that. But then I was like,
Fumble.
oh,
Snap.
what's beyond that? What can what's more than that? What can you do
Ready
beyond
now.
just
The offering.
mix and match and whatever? It's
That'll
like
carry. And the count is 1-1.
sure, you're matching the language, the vocabulary words, sure, but like after that, like,
Into the windup.
do you
Runner
really?
steps.
What else is there to learn aside from
Count is 2-1.
just pressing buttons on your phone? Like,
From the windup
I mean,
and pitch.
I
Hit.
understand the
Upset.
idea, but
That'll carry.
but execution wise, I don't think it's effective unless you have to keep doing that on repeat, which which doing things in repeat is the most effective way of learning them. And doing that with language should be engaging and fun. But the way Duolingo does it is just that it's just corporate soullessness, if you will. And I don't like saying that. I don't like throwing that word out without good reason, but that's how I legit feel. I feel like Duolingo is just corporate soullessness. Like they pour all this money and marketing into, haha, meme the psycho bird killer thing. It's like, okay, but beyond that, where are we? Like, what can we do with this freaking? What can we do with this actual app? Hmm? Hmm? Hmm. The ideal. Hold on, sorry. The ideal way to learn language both to learn languages both teaches you the language well and teaches the language fast. Hold on. Uh, ooh, nice hit. Don't touch that. Oh, okay. There's also a lot of use for just one, but not the other. Duolingo does neither. Nah, Duolingo does neither. Yes, exactly. It's like, hold on. Ooh, ooh, that's totally out of here. Let's go. Let's go, Pablo. Ah, nothing like a Pablo Sanchez home run that gets me back in a better mood. But yeah, Duolingo, it just sucks. It doesn't teach you faster. Duolingo is just a whole inconvenience. That's what it is. Okay, adios, baseball. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, that means goodbye, baseball in Spanish. And I learned that not from Duolingo, but from context clues. Um, okay, so I did not mean to do that. I meant to do that. There we go. All right, let's go. But yeah, Duolingo is just a whole inconvenience. That's what it is. That's what Duolingo boils down to. Just see, and that's where the whole problem with the idea of a language learning app stems from. Because with Duolingo, like a lot of apps, they have daily challenges, right? So, so what they do with their app is that okay, you have like 3 challenges in the day to complete. Like it could be like match 20 vocabulary words or do one lesson, that kind of thing, to keep people from to keep people coming back to the app. And that's all fine and good, but that takes about like 15 minutes. That's to complete all those challenges. That's 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes out of your day. And that was actually part of the advertising for Duolingo, that all it takes is 15 minutes a day to learn a language. And that's just on paper, fine. But in reality, that's completely inefficient. Okay. So they treat the app like it's a game when it's not really supposed to be. It's supposed to be a learning experience. And the way that happens is like, yeah, hold on. No daily challenge, no daily challenge will ever be as bad as the GeoGuessr daily challenge, though. I it's been a while since I played GeoGuessr, but I'll take your word on that. It's like the last time I played GeoGuessr was like maybe 5 years ago or something. And that was before they required you to like sign in or something like that. But yeah, so it takes you quote unquote 15 minutes a day to yeah to learn a whole language. Oh, okay, sure, fine. But the problem is that you only expend 15 minutes worth of brain power to learn that language. 15 minutes is not that long, and it's really easy to figure that. And that's why Duolingo's course, the way they set up their courses is the way that it is, because you know you do one you do one lesson a day, okay, sure, and then you do the next lesson, and it's just repeating, and it repeats and it repeats and it repeats and it repeats until you get on to the next lesson, and t- it doesn't actually teach you anything. It does, like, it teaches you a few vocabulary words, but it doesn't necessarily teach you how the grammar works, or how like what nomination works. It doesn't teach you that unless it's like a really special or specific language. So all it does is like get you like 15 minutes a day to like repeat, 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 that kind of thing. And uh, and it, it gets to a point where it just becomes tedious and you want to go on to the next lesson. And this is where I think where the final challenge of Duolingo actually does help, because when you get when you complete a chapter, there's the final lesson, which is basically the final test of that lesson, and it boils down to where what have you learned in this lesson, and it's basically the whole culmination of that entire chapter, and it's fine. And it works because throughout all that repeating and repeating and repeating, you finally know how to apply certain words to certain parts of a sentence, even if you don't fully know how grammatically it fits, or how the denomination works, or whatever. But you just regurgitate what you've been repeating all this time, but you don't actually know the language. Nope, you just know a few sentences, a few vocabulary words, and that's it. And that's the problem with how the model works. Like, even with all those wasted 15 minutes, you still haven't learned a single thing, because you haven't dedicated a a firm amount of time to all that all that language learning. Just 15 minutes a day. At best, you would need about an hour a day to actually get something drilled into you. Like,
This young battery's full of
ah,
fish for breakfast.
no way to learn a language will ever be as efficient as immersion. Like, as a person goes on many Wikipedia rabbit holes, putting my Wikipedia in French has helped a surprising amount learning it. Yes, exactly, like real world applications. When I took Latin in high school, which I did take Latin, I know, I mean, it was much easier and it was actually kind of fun. But when I took Latin in high school, like we pretty much only had to speak in Latin. And granted, it's been a while since I was in high school, so I don't fully know the language anymore. But yeah, in Latin, like it was like not only did it challenge our brains to like really think about what we were saying, but it was a real world application. Granted, it was within that microcosm of that little classroom, but it was still applied to a point where we could somewhat have conversational language learning and whatnot. And the same happened with when I took German in college. Like,
This young fella can read.
we learned like basic German stuff. Like, I know what an I is, I know what Milch is, and I know what a Kartoffeln is. And I could reasonably put those in a sentence, even though I only took like 1 year of it. But yeah, it's like I learned way more in 1 year of German versus what like when I say 1 year of German, that's like one school year. So, and not even a school year, like one semester, so like 3 months worth. I learned more in 3 months of German in college, more than I have in like 3 years of Duolingo. And don't ask me why I have done 3 years of Duolingo. It's a whole thing. But
Ready now, and the delivery.
yeah.
Upswing, another
Oh,
strike. Runner on first, 2 outs.
yeah. Duolingo doesn't immerse you at all. Uh, is the equivalent of a multiple choice quiz in school. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. Like all you do is you just have to choose the right answer and whatever. And that's all you have to do. In fact, hold on. Give me one moment. All right. I am going to hop on Duolingo right now. I am on Duolingo right now. It's loading up. It's on. Okay, I haven't done a daily challenge or done the streak yet, which is also really stupid, by the way. Okay, all I have to do is go on one little lesson, and I'm going to go into stories. Okay, I'm going to go on, click the one review button. Maybe you guys can hear this.
Vikram ist in einem schönen Restaurant.
Yep, see? I just keep clicking the button. All I have to do is keep clicking buttons.
Ich habe eine Frage, bitte.
Yep. And then I can intentionally choose the wrong choice here. Yep. But then I can just choose the right choice and it doesn't really penalize me for anything. It just doesn't do anything. Like who cares? Like and granted, yes, I did pay for the subscription accidentally, by the way, which customer service fucking sucks in that regard too. But fine.
Ich bin weg.
But yeah, all I have to do is just keep clicking buttons. I'm not even paying attention. I'm not even looking at the screen right now. I'm just clicking the button. Oh, there we go.
Oh ja, das Schnitzel ist sehr gut. Schnitzel ist Fleisch.
Yep. And that's all I have to do. That's like I'm gonna put that away now. But yeah, that's like it doesn't really penalize you if you're paying for it, which is so stupid. You should not pay for Duolingo. Um, but but it just doesn't penalize you. Like so.
Stretch, the pitch. Swung on.
But even if you aren't
And the tournament is over.
even if you aren't paying for it, if you're like
And the
using the
batter is
free version of the app,
eliminated.
it's like
1.
you're not really losing much by,
You're hot.
not paying for it. Like all you,
Here's a look at the baseball
in the
field.
way of, oh my God, Vinny the Goose, shut up.
Australia and Tasmania. So the next obvious question is, what is a marsupial? Well, they're a kind of mammal.
I'm just gonna read
They
chat
don't
now.
have pouches with
Latin
blood
is
in
kind
their
of an
mouth.
exception to full immersion rule, as you can't really move to a place that exclusively speaks Latin. Yes, fair, true, absolutely. But you get my point, right? Like, like
Set.
it's
Release.
not just Latin. It's like any language. Wow, that's
Get off
far.
your horse.
And
Don't fish that,
out.
damn it. Yeah, so
Miller.
eh,
At bat.
it's not just Latin. If you're speaking any language or trying to learn a language, like just more exposure to it
And the
does
0.
help.
A swing.
Oh, is that out?
Bye.
Oh, I think that's out here. Let's go. Let's see.
Going.
Unless you want to become a high-ranking official in the Catholic Church, but that's a lot of work to learn a language. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right.
I saw a
But
soccer ball clear out of the park.
but the
Made
whole
everything comfortable.
but the whole idea of learning a language is obviously to learn the language, but not just to learn it, but to like
And the
know
attack
how to
was
apply
good.
it. And Duolingo just does not prepare you for that. It's like there's I took some Japanese lessons on Duolingo because obviously I'm a freaking weeb. And like one of the sentences is like
Pressure's on.
I like ramen. Like, okay, like whenever you guys say that,
And the
in a freaking sentence
501
ever.
now.
Like it's such a in a natural way, in a natural way that
Mixer stretch.
helps you communicate
Brilliant.
something to a person who knows the language. Aside from the fact that you like ramen, okay?
Mixed motion and
And
swing. The swing. A
oh,
slow slide.
Tony, is that out here? Oh, freaking heck! Oh, Tony, you were so close. We'll take a double.
And that's a double.
That's why I don't. Hold on. That's why I don't like a lot of supposed language knowers on the internet. They know like 5 sentences and call that enough. Yeah, I uh, I uh, I know what you mean.
She
I've
keeps
seen
it.
some
Offers.
impressive
Swung on.
what are they
Swing and
called?
miss.
Not even close to that one.
What are they called? People who actually know languages. People who
Tony
speak
delivers.
multiple languages.
Double ball one.
It's like a poly something polyglot.
Catch.
Thank you.
Fires. Swung
Yeah.
on. Hook.
So I've
Hook.
seen like that. Jesus Christ, I don't know any of their names now that I realize it. But yeah, actual polyglots
Two pitch.
on
The
YouTube,
pass.
and like
Come on.
you know, they're great. They clearly know what they're talking about. They clearly know what they're saying, and and they're inspirational. And the thing I consistently see from them is like never to trust language learning apps. Not just Duolingo, but like I don't know, like
Delivers.
Babbel or something like that.
Delivers.
Because
Touchdown.
if a service is promising you something in a fast, like in an unnaturally fast way, then
Trying to get
it probably has some things about it that's not super efficient or right or ethical
Winds up
or
towards the
maybe
upright.
even all three.
A swing.
Oh,
Long drive.
Pete, are you out here? No, Pete's not out here,
Swing.
but
Double. And
okay.
that's an out.
But yeah. So yeah, I know like 5 sentences in German, so that clearly means I'm fluent in it. I know 2 sentences in Japanese, so it's like
Second pitch.
clearly I'm
That's winning.
clearly you can come to me when it
Nice
comes
catch,
to
Patricia.
translating everything.
That's
Yes.
for sure.
Sam Allison steps up to bat.
Yeah. Oh, Pete, you were so close. But
Pitch.
yeah, freaking.
And the delivery. The swing. A bouncing ball.
Oh, Angela, come on,
Hit it. Straight
come on,
ahead.
Angela.
He's out of there.
I will walk. I will walk to Germany and say ich bin ein Berliner, and they will certainly all respect me.
Lydia Way steps up to bat.
Trying to get something for the team.
Uh, uh, dude, I've been taking German on Duolingo for like 2 years now, and I can't think of a single freaking sentence I know. I have to really think about this. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on, give me one moment. Like an actual substantial sentence. Uh, Hallo, ich bin ein. Oh, no, wait. Ich, ich bin heiß. No, ich heiß. Oh my God, am I just stupid? Because I know sentences. Uh, ich bin Nathan. Oh my God. I'm not sure if that's a fault on Duolingo or if I'm just stupid. I'm trying to say my name, but I think I'm just stupid. Okay, hold on. Ich, ich bin, vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian. I just know that sentence from freaking when I just opened the app just now. Freaking, um,
And throw.
wow, this is embarrassing,
Deflected it. Gets under it.
all that proves is that
Misses.
Duolingo just didn't really
Solid
help me
play.
in that.
Right to second.
Like, I know hello, I know goodbye.
Goes to bat.
Like, I know the vocabulary words, I just don't know the grammar to them. Like, uh, hiss? No, that's not right.
She's set. Touchdown.
What the fuck? How do you hit
And
that?
makes the catch. That's an out. That was a rope toward the hole.
I didn't even mean to throw that. I don't even know how she hit that. Like, damn. Alright.
Takes the stretch and the throw. A swing. Strike one. A right hook, folks.
This would be a great time to use the heat.
Runner on
Gotta,
first. Two outs.
gotta love such normal Duolingo sentences as my aunt's cousin's younger pet kangaroo is a vegetarian. Oh yeah, don't get me started on those nonsensical stuff. That's so freaking stupid. Weirdly enough, my aunt's cousin's younger pet kangaroo is a vegetarian. Sounds like it would be a very popular book amongst fourth graders. Yeah, it sounds like one of those books, one of those children's books from like that would make sense in like another language. But then when you translate it to English, it's just complete gibberish, and yet they try to translate it the best they can.
From the windup, she delivers.
Like it sounds like something that would
Swing.
come like
And
from oh hold on. Okay, still in the ballpark.
off the wall, and he's got it.
What
Gets him
the
to third.
hell are they thinking? Well, I mean, she has to run now because she's stuck on second,
And
so.
out.
How did this team get to the
Well,
championships?
I gotta see that one again.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds like these base coaches need to be investigated.
And this
I
inning
mean,
is over. Left one on
well, the
first.
problem
Runner on
is
that
that
inning.
they aren't
Upset.
just sending her to third. They sent that girl on first to second
Bubbles is the most
because,
enthusiastic
sure, they
person
could do that,
I've
but
ever run across.
one, that makes no sense. But even then, they sent that girl to second, which forced the other girl to
And
go to third.
swing.
So
Ball one.
that girl didn't really have a choice. So really, it's the first base coach that needs to be looked at. Granted, we'll take it, but it's like,
The pitch.
I don't understand
Grounded in.
it.
Dog will hunt.
And that's
Oh,
it.
come on, man.
And ready to
Alright,
go.
fine, fine. That's fine. We only need three more outs. And then we win the entire thing.
She is ready. And the offering swinging.
Oh
Smack
my
into
god,
left
is that
field
out here?
center.
Oh man, Annie. Let's go.
Move over, Sputnik. This puppy's headed for
Let's
orbit.
go,
It's
Annie.
my turn to watch you go out of the park.
I tell you, Annie's okay with that one. A real smooth criminal with that. Anyway, uh, da, 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 da.
And the runner
I
scores.
imagine as soon as the guy rounds first, a sane third base coach is waving his arms wildly at him to go back to first, despite the first base coach demands. Yeah, I mean, any reasonable person would, but you have to remember, this is this is the little league. This is little league where there are no brains, but only heart and a lot of cheating.
The windup. The pitch. Low ball one. One out.
So these kids ain't that smart, but
Into motion.
as
And
long as they have fun, I guess.
ball two.
Look at that. They're scared of Pablo. They don't want to throw in the middle for him. I mean, fair, but
Ball three.
see, look at that. They have witchcraft. They, they're out here doing black magic while we're trying to win this fight fair and square.
Strike one.
Yeah,
The count is
bullcrap.
2-1.
Bullcrap, that was a freaking strike. That was so clearly outside the
Back to
box.
the 3-1 pitch. And there's ball four.
There we
Fourth
go.
That's working for us.
I ran through plenty of stop signs in the Little League, and most of the time it worked out, so maybe the first base coach did stop him actually.
Trying to get something
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe these kids are just idiots and they just can't read signals. That would not surprise me.
High ball one.
You're blowing it, duckies. You're blowing it.
From the windup, here's the pitch. Swung on.
Ooh,
Drilled it into left field.
ooh. Well, that was a nice line drive. And they throw to. Wow, they can. We're gonna save a mirror with that. Haha. We juke them out.
Into second with a standing double. Good hustle, good hustle.
Wow. Can't believe that worked.
We've got
I mean, in a way I
one
can, because the duckies kind of suck. The suckies. Let's see.
from the windup and delivers. Strike one. And there are runners at second and third. One out.
I have $50 on the duckies over point 0.5 runs, so I feel
And the offering
wait.
unmatched.
I feel I have abusive Instagram DMs to send to the Duckies players.
She's throwing accuracy. She's finger painting, spelling words that end with ing.
Here's the windup and delivers. Third strike.
Oh
Call
man,
it.
sad, sad strikeout for Ahmed. That strikeout was sponsored by DraftKings.
Fisher Phillips earn it back.
Go to DraftKings.com and enter code Duckies for 50% off your
The
next
northpaw
purchase or
lets it
whatever.
go. That was ball one. 1-0.
Fucking sports gambling, what the fuck, man? Dude, the moment they, dude, I mean, I know it's already been done, but
Swinging.
the moment they actually
Left
put sponsored betting ads in Little League, it's gotta be freaking insane. Like, that is beyond
Drive
unethical.
in to score. Let's see that one more time.
This stream is sponsored by BetMGM. Yep. But remember,
Oh, wait.
you, you can't fault the league for gambling problems because they put in those little
Into the windup and
disclaimers to
delivers. Low
tell you
ball
to get
one.
help.
Runners at first and second.
Those disclaimers, by the way, are sponsored by FanDuel. Little known fact.
She is ready. Pitch on the way.
Ooh, not getting hit by
Another
Tony.
ball.
That little blooper sent him running. And it's a long walk back to the dugout.
And that's an out.
I have one bet on one baseball game in my life. My dad let my dad let then 14-year-old
And
me,
the Wombats have
and it was the
taken the
worst
lead.
experience in my life, and I am not doing that again.
I mean, they are hot. And
Reasonable,
scary at the same
reasonable. In
time.
fact, that should be the standard for everyone, to be frank. Which like not just little league, not just baseball, and not just like adults, but like just just don't freaking bet, man. Like it ruins everything. It ruins the integrity of the game. It ruins finances. It can ruin a lot of lives.
He's
It can
swung
ruin a lot of
on a
emotional
miss.
and mental well
And
that's gone.
belted back. That ball is out of here, and there is no
Well,
one on base for trail.
at least the Duckies are trying to fight to win that $50,000 bet their coach made. My over point 0.5 Duckies runs hit, yeah. Whoa. Well, I'm glad you got that.
Next up to bat.
That's a look of sheer determination
Uh,
on his face.
unfortunately, Angela did not get a point 0 ERA this game, so we're clearly going to be cutting her deal of the bet.
Takes the stretch. Throws it
Sorry,
into right.
that's kind of how it works.
And drove one into right field. Got it. Nice play.
Freaking
First out.
Emmanuel
And a
Classe, man.
steps up to bat.
What the
He's
fuck, man?
waiting for this.
Arguably the best reliever in Major League Baseball, and he just throws it away for $1,000 or so. What a freaking dumbass!
Takes her stretch. She delivers. Swinging.
Oh
Line
yeah,
drive.
see, yeah,
He's got it.
you got me.
Great shot to first.
Maybe the pitcher was giving up the run on purpose, though. Hey, I will not have the integrity of Angela be questioned. granted, everything she does not have the best base running,
That's a piece of the
and recently her batting has not been fantastic. And granted, she's only had 2 strikeouts this game, and she also has been having a few money problems here and there. But I will not have the integrity of my star pupil be questioned here.
She is ready, and the pitch. Strike one. Slip, sliding, right hook.
Just
That's
because her
one.
last name is still Vecchio does
Nice
not mean
strike.
her family is in debt to the mob, okay? It most certainly does not mean that her father owes 40 million to a certain Don Gambino or something like that. No siree.
Pitch
And
lined up.
I will tell you that
Another strike.
she will
Now
still
here's
pitch
the
a good
tricky
game
batter.
despite all that. Oh wow. Okay, now you are questioning my lack of skill as their coach. Wow, that's okay. Yeah, sure. Blame everything on the coach. Yeah, maybe it's the fact that maybe the Duckies have some dog in them.
He
Hmm?
went for the bunt.
Maybe the Duckies still
That's
have some
two.
fight in them. Hmm?
Over to second. Out. Throws it over to first.
I mean, not enough
He's
fight to
out.
win this game,
Double
clearly, but
play. That'll bring our team up to bat. I gotta see that one
we're
again.
not batting, Sonny. We're done. Jesus. Apparently, Sunny wants to get this game going because
One
maybe
out.
she's pulling some
Champion
strings. I don't
of the
know.
universe. 4-1.
This is the greatest moment in their baseball careers. They've done it. They've won it all. The whole
Yeah,
enchilada, the big kahuna, the plate of spaghetti. They are the champions
the
of the
big bet,
universe.
the whole
Spaghetti? What does that mean?
Spaghetti said I was on his
the
wait list,
whole check
and then they
from that
snapped.
one
It's
CD
a big
gambling site.
sunny day signing off until next season.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we won everything. We won the trophy. We won the game. We won no bets because we definitely did not bet on this game. More double plays are more exciting to watch than a good old 163, to be honest. Oh, I hear ya. Dude, there, eh, you remember the double play from Game 6 of the World Series? That was like the game-ending double play. That was insane, man. Oh, man. From Hernandez to Rojas. Ooh. If my little league team was called the Little Wombats, I think I would quit on the spot. Hey now, I will have you know that Wombat is a very noble animal that most certainly is not weird in any way. And they most certainly do not poop square poops, which, yeah, they actually do. Which is, that was a really fun fact to read about in 3rd grade. Hmm. We win. Coach Grod leads the Wombats to victory. We came through adversity this season, but we stuck together as a team, said Ahmed Khan, the Wombats co-captain. We have had so many co-captains. How many co-captains do we have on this freaking team? Apparently we have Tony, we have Amir, we have Pablo, we have Ahmed, and apparently Angela. So like I don't know what the frick everyone's saying. Anyway, the fans are the real winners here, says Stephanie Morgan, choking back tears. Yes, yeah, sure. In fact, my youth soccer team was called the Little Tigers, and the coach specifically petitioned the higher-ups of the league to have it switched to just being the Tigers. Oh, you didn't like Little? What if you were the Little Giants or the Little Bad News Bit? I guess it only works for the Giants. Yeah, I guess fair enough. Are you an honorary co-captain of the Wombats? That depends. How much did you deposit on your bet against the Duckies? Oh, can we not look at our statistics? Oh, we can right here. I don't want to print that off. Okay, well, fifth and sixth graders, which we were at the time, are the people who least are the people who least like to be called little. So yeah, we got petitioned pretty quickly. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. When I was in Little League, the when I say Little League, I was like Little League, so like third to fifth graders, so not like sixth to eighth graders or something like that. Um, when I was in Little League, um, around the county, we were named after actual sports teams. Like, so I was on the like. It's funny. My team, we weren't just the Reds. We were actually called the Cincinnati Reds, even though we were nowhere near the city of Cincinnati. And then there were the other teams. They were the Los Angeles Dodgers, even though we were nowhere near Los Angeles. They were the Yankees. They were the freaking Red Sox, all named after the respective cities. Even though we were nowhere near those cities, we're in like bumfuck nowhere. We're in Virginia, one of the few states that actually don't have a baseball team. So it's like, yeah, yeah, we actually had a nationals in the league too. There was like one there was like one team in the league that was not named after a major league team. It was named after the restaurant that sponsored them. Um, but yeah, they were named after the restaurant that sponsored them. And unfortunately for them, they had like an 0-16 record in the league. So that was probably not great for them. Their team colors were orange and black. Now that I think about it, they weren't the Orioles, but they were sponsored by the restaurant that just chose those colors. So they were a Halloween team, if you will. So yeah, they were certainly cursed. Um, let's see. I wore number 16 for the Nationals, so I'm basically Victor Robles. Mariner legend Victor Robles. I'll take your word for that. Let's see. I don't remember what number I was. I'm fairly certain it was like pretty low. Like maybe like 11 or 8 or something. I really don't remember. But yeah, man, those were the days. Hmm. But yeah, I had like a batting average of like -2. Like I was pretty bad at batting. And like to give myself credit, or to be fair to me, I was in third grade and I could barely do anything. Like, if you were to plot me into like a little league team now, like, yeah, I would dominate them because, I'm 20 something. But yeah, 16 was my number for the vast majority of my life until I switched to 10 like a year ago for reasons I honestly still don't fully know. Ah, I see. Yeah. So, yeah, I was only on one little yeah, I was only on one little league team because and I was so bad at being a third grader apparently that my parents did not want to waste money on any more sporting for me, which really bums me out because I love baseball. I obviously love baseball enough to play a whole season of it. It just so happened that I just wasn't that great when I was in third grade. But yeah, it is what it is. I did eventually try out for my high school team, but unfortunately, I was so rusty that I didn't make that team either. Yeah, it was unfortunate, but yeah. I quit baseball after Little League for a little thing known as lack of skill, but I still wear 10 in sports video games and such. Oh, that's nice. It's I don't. I don't remember the last non-backyard baseball sports game Huh. Yeah. I think the last non-backyard game I played was maybe one of those EA games. EA Sports is in the game or whatever. It might have been like NFL Blitz or Madden 2008 or something like that. But yeah, I remember playing those games with fond memories because I was much younger and, still had the childhood whimsy of the magic of video games, even if they were sort of soulless. But yeah, now I'm an adult who has to pay bills and whatnot. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I tried out for my high school baseball team. It didn't work out, unfortunately. But yeah. What was I was going on. I was gonna say something. Like even if I wasn't going to be on the team, I was still willing to like be on the field like as a manager or a little water boy like Bobby Boucher or something like that. But no, it just wasn't in the cards for me because unfortunately, I was also elected president of my class that same year, so I had to do that. And on top of that, my parents forced me into doing like quiz bowl stuff. So, the thing for brainiacs and nerds, which I don't know why they made me do that. I wasn't particularly good at it, and everyone else was so clearly better than me. So it's like, yeah. Like, granted, I love quiz bowl, I love trivia, but it's like the competitive aspect of it just put a lot of pressure on me, you know? Like, Quiz Bowl mentioned, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I am probably the best player on the defending state semifinalist team. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, cool. I yeah, I have fond memories for. Oh, dude, I have a wild story from Quiz Bowl. Okay, okay. So when I was in 10th grade, we were having a Quiz Bowl match. Yeah, it was one of those practice matches. It was between one team from the club versus another team from the club. Pick sides and whatnot. Um, what happened was the one of the questions was uh blah 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 blah. Who wrote the hit French novel the no wait no, that's not how it went. How it went was what is the name of hold on, yeah, what was the name of the fourth musketeer in Alex Dumas' um, Three Musketeers? That was essentially what the question was. And if you know the answer, then the answer is pretty hard because the answer is very, very French. So I buzz in, and so I'm trying to get the word out, but I've never taken French. I don't know what the language is. I was like, so I try my best because I did read the book. So I say, is it the art again? And then like no, everyone's like, yeah, that's pretty much the right answer. But let me tell you, the person who was reading the question, who was a teacher, she like yeah, she started snickering. She started snickering, and then she was like snickering at me. I was like, did I say something funny? Like obviously I did. I was like, no, you idiot. And then so that answer was wrong apparently because you have to pronounce it right, which is understandable. So someone else buzzes in from the other team. And it's like D'Artagnan. which is the right answer, and it's the right pronunciation. So they get the points. Okay, one, you made me feel really, really shitty. Like you didn't have to laugh in my face about that. But sure, I can accept that that was the wrong answer, even though I know in my heart that I was right. Sure. Okay, so then fast forward a few weeks later, and then we're having another practice match. Same situation. I'm on one team, then there's the other team. So then, same teacher asks another question, and they say something like, they say they ask the question, which is to the effect, who was the writer of the famous novel The Three Musketeers? And that was the question. Then someone on the other team buzzes in. He says, in a really, smart ass manner, he's like, Alexander Dumbass. And it's like, the teacher looks at him, she says, like, really, man? And then she gives him a point. Like, what the fuck, man? She gives that guy the point. And it was because, well, let me tell you, it was because he was her student. Like, I've never had this person as a teacher, so she clearly didn't know me. But because this guy was her student at one point, so they actually had like, a teacher-student relationship. And so they're like, he got the points for answering incorrectly by her own goddamn rules. By him answering Alexander Dumbass. And you couldn't believe how pissed I was on that. Like she laughed at me for earnestly saying D'Artagnan, like D'Artagnan or whatever. But then she shrugs off and gives him like a point for clearly a jokey answer that's not meant to be taken seriously. And obviously he could get away with it because, they know each other. And it's like this guy on the other team, he's like a nice guy. He was like a class clown and like nothing against him. But it's like, oh, Mrs. Carson, you just made my shit list for now. Like, come on, man. Anyway, like obviously I can look back on it now as like it's not a big deal because overall the points didn't matter. But like it's just the fact that she went to the extent of just laughing in my face and humiliating me and like in front of people, And then when another situation pops up, when when someone else also goes around her rules, is like I don't know, that just really annoyed me at the time. Like, granted, it doesn't really bother me now because it doesn't matter. But man, what a shitty feeling, just to be laughed at for trying to give a good answer. But, sorry, I'm not trying to dwell on that too much, but yeah, just that's my story. That that's the thing I most remember from my Quiz Bowl days. It's like not a great memory, but it certainly is a memory. And it's not even that I hate Quiz Bowl or the people in it. Everyone in Quiz Bowl were really nice. They were really no, obviously they were really smart. They were really nice. And even the teacher, she wasn't even that bad. It was just in that little lapse of judgment in her part. But it's like, man, just that moment in time, it just doesn't really help, you know. Anyway, sorry. I have the wonderfully, yeah, okay, sorry. I have a wonderfully fun story of only being state semifinalists because they threw a match so they could get home earlier. Ah, well, win by technicality, huh? Yeah, um, I will ask how you feel about that because maybe that's personal to you, but I- I'm sure, that was, maybe you have mixed feelings on that. I feel like I would, but I never got to that point, and in my quiz bowl career. So yeah. Okay. So it was funny as hell. I I, I see ya. I hear ya. Okay, my school has basically turned into a buzzsaw within our region, and everyone is so nice to us, and I feel so bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Quiz Bowl, Quiz Bowl is such a good time. Like like when there's no competition and then you're just playing for fun. Like for me anyway, it was so fun. It was nice. I loved answering the trivia questions. I got to meet a lot of nice people, and overall, I don't think I had a bad time with it. So it's like, yeah, Quiz Bowl is just nice. But maybe I just came from a privileged background. Like, I, I wasn't in a well-off neighborhood, but we weren't we weren't terrible. So, like, we see this team that averages 12 or 13 points a game, score about 3 points, and buzz in with clearly wrong answers. It was wonderful to watch. This British Prime Minister was Ronald Reagan. I see. That's okay. You see, that's fun. That's fun and wholesome, and you're just there to have a good time. Like, and when you put a trophy in that aspect, when you want to know who's the best, I can understand why some people would love that. Would really get into that, but I don't know. It just never was for me. Like, I just love the recreational part of it, not the whole go at each other's throats part of it that my school was competing in. Like I think I actually went into like one actual match, like one competitive match, and boy, it was I don't know, there's just so much pressure to it. Like everyone's focused on you. If you don't get it right, you look like a dumbass. If you don't buzz in, you look like a slow ass. Oh man. I mean, at least with baseball, anything can happen. Like there's so many more factors in it, but with quiz bowl, it's just you, the buzzer, and everyone else. And that's it. It just so much pressure. Yeah, so much pressure. And if you say the wrong thing, well, you get laughed at. Anyway, excuse me. All right. So I wanted to look at our statistics. Yeah, look at our statistics for the season and the playoffs to see who our overall MVPs are. And well, hold on. I've gotten laughed at during Quiz Bowl meets plenty of times, and it's both infuriating and incredibly fun at times. Like when I forgot the lead actor in The Martian. Ah, I see. Yeah, I'm not saying that being laughed at is terrible, but it's like context matters a lot. When you're being laughed at a teacher for giving an earnest answer, yeah, it kind of sucks. But if you're laughed at during like amongst friends or people and you know just being a class clown, like saying Ronald Reagan, for example, then yeah, being laughed at can feel good at times, and just bring another layer of enjoyment to the game. And yeah, so but the context matters a lot. It does. Hmm. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty then. So we have our full season. Da, 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 da. I remember missing. I remember missing a question about a thing we were reading in English class. At that very moment, the Quizbo teacher was also my English teacher, and it was pretty funny. Ah, see, like something circumstantial like that. See, that's also fun. Yeah, I totally hear. I totally hear you. Yeah, apparently I need English classes too because I can't speak at all. Yeah. Take a swig of my water here. Ah, oh, dude, dude, that actually reminds me of another fun story from Quiz Bowl. So when back in the team versus team practice match format, um, same T-shirt, Miss Carson, but she has nothing to do with the story actually. But anyway, so I'm on one team. I'm like at the head of the table, so like I'm quote unquote the leader of the team, right? So whoever's head of the table or at the head of the team is leading. So we all we have one of those questions where it's like only we got asked the question. So if we could like score bonus points or whatever. So it's like essentially the question was, um, what is what is the uh, optical disease that affects so many people that causes a blurry milkiness in the eye within the eye lens or something like that. You know, that was essentially the question. So, amongst ourselves, we have to like talk to each other, and it's one of those answers that is on the tip of your tongue, and it was on the tip of all of our tongues. So it's like we're trying to converge, we're trying to discuss this. It's like, oh, what is it? It's like on the tip of my tongue. What is it? It's like, and we all know the answer. We all clearly know the answer, but our time is running out, right? So, so I I had it in my head. I had this answer in my head, and if I brought it up with my teammates, we probably would have gotten the right answer. But instead, time time was up, so we had to give an answer, and me, being the leader, was the one to give that answer. So I turned to Mrs. Carson and say, with a questionable doubt, is the answer Cadillacs? Like Cadillacs, the car maker. So, like, that was when everyone laughed at me. Because, yeah, so the answer was cataracts. Not Cadillacs, cataracts, which hopefully that the way that um, my pronunciation gets through to you. Um, so yeah, everyone laughed at me. We had a fun time. And yeah, so now I've never ever forgotten cataracts because of that question. Yeah, but man, that was a fun time. So yeah, if I just brought up the word Cadillacs to my team, they probably could have given me the actual answer. But man, imagine having full-size Cadillacs in your eyes. That would be terrible. I mean, granted, you definitely won't be seeing out those, but I feel like I feel like cataracts would be the last of your concerns with if you had Cadillacs in your eyes. Anyway, all right. Mm, all right. So, overlooking our overall statistics, uh, Angela pitched every inning except for one. So that's great. How many strikeouts does she have? She has 58. She has 58 strikeouts, which I believe is like the league lead. Uh, yeah. And 562 strikes. Perfect. Awesome. Um, so that's something to consider for our MVP. But then we also have to look at everything else. Let's see. Pete has the most hits, unsurprisingly. He has the highest batting average. Stephanie has the most doubles. Oh no, she has the most singles. Annie has the most doubles. Pablo has the most triples. And Pete has the most home runs.
Pete Wheeler has 19 runs scored.
Ah, yeah, see? So Pete has 19 runs scored. Interesting. Alright. Hmm. So overall, I'm feeling that. Okay, we'll look at slugging percentage. Yeah, Pete, obviously. But he also had the most errors, so I don't know. So I guess defensively our MVP would be Angela, and offensively it would be Pete, in a way. Wow, we did not take any risk with stolen bases, huh? Although I do want to shout out Amir, who has the most RBIs. He was pretty clutch. Amir is probably our most clutch player, in a way. Yeah, yeah. I mean, for the season anyway. What do our playoffs look like? Playoffs very similar. Pablo has the most hits. Uh, I guess that's not similar to the actual season. Pablo has the most home runs, the most runs, and let's see, Amir has the most RBIs. Like I said, he was pretty clutch. And Pete's still erroring a lot. And Angela just doing Angela things. Alright, so again, defensively, our MVP would be Angela. Offensively, would be Pablo, though. So, you know, so I don't know who our MVP would be for the World Series would be, but it's gotta be one of those guys. So, yeah. And then the game, whatever, who cares? And once again, we are the Ultra Grand Champions of the universe. Hooray. Claps, claps for everyone. Um, so yeah, with that, we are pretty much done with Backyard Baseball. Um, the whole goal was to just finish it off, whether we win or lose, and we won. So, yeah. Um, so next time, okay, so I'm going to, sorry. So what I'm going to do is next time, or not next time, but next week, I'm actually going to be taking a little break from, streaming, which, I already only stream like once a week, but, I'm gonna take like a 1 week break. That's it, 1 week. Because I need to get some stuff in order. I want to try to crank out some videos, like actual videos. And, Christmas is around the corner. So, I'm gonna have to work on that too. So yeah, we're just gonna take 1 week, a 1 week break, and then we're going to come back the following week, which will be what? So not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after this, Tuesday or something. Let me look at my calendar if it can allow me. So yeah, we will be back on December 30th with a new game, and the game I am most excited to play, and hopefully you guys will be too. Hades 2. I absolutely adore Hades 1. It's probably in my top 10 games of all time. So I look forward to Hades 2. I've never played it. I don't know I know very little about it in terms of like story and characters and whatnot. So it's gonna be a fresh game for me. Even though it looked very similar to the first Hades, but we shall see. But yeah, I hope you all can look forward to me playing Hades 2 and hopefully you fall in love with it because my god, Hades 1 is just so fun. Anyway, let's go on with the world tour. Uh, yeah. Uh, so we're just going around the world posing with the trophy. That's it. Gotta say, kind of disappointing. Hmm.
Kid wants a piece of that ball.
What's what is going on with our route here? We went from
Another chance to
Egypt
show who rocks hardest.
to the Maui Islands to China to Mount Rushmore to back to Maui Island. What? Huh, we are wasting a lot of airplane fuel with this.
Well, fasten your seatbelts, cause
So,
here we go.
we could have gone to other places, We could have gone to like Paris or Berlin or Australia. Hmm.
Here's the windup. Hot one down the middle. And up.
We have the voices of Jen Taylor as Sunny Day and Dolores Rogers as Rena the Gooch,
Running clear.
with additional voice talent Carrie Ann Shinigo, Sally Lindbergh, Kathy Henson, Nick Austria, Kathy, like all those guys. All right, cool, good for them. Yeah, man, they copyright 2024. What? Like, granted, I understand the licensing stuff, but really, 2024? To the wow, to the good people from Humongous Entertainment, thanks for everything. Sorry we removed every mention of your company from the game. Legal made us do it. Wow, I did not expect that. Mr. Clanky wants to play too. Hold down the shift key and click on Mr. Clanky in the trophy case. Right, so you could unlock a secret character that way, which was, whatever. If you think this game is fun, wait until you see what's next. Sure.
Kid wants a piece of that ball.
Dun, 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 dun. Um,
Money, baby.
okay, I guess we're just,
Another
nope,
chance
it's
to
just
show
repeating. Alright, well, we don't have to do that again. What most interested me was that, whole legal thing. Um, uh, obviously it makes sense because, legally they have to do that. But it's like really interesting that they still shouted out Humongous Entertainment anyway. Like, good on them. Like, Humongous Entertainment, obviously the ones who originally created and published the game, but they had to like sell off and stuff, and because it wasn't doing so hot. And overall, I don't think they exist anymore. So but their trademark still exists, so they can't really just keep it. So that was interesting, and I totally understand. I get it, but yeah, I don't know why that's so interesting to me. That was just fascinating. Anyway, okay. So what we could do is see I unlocked the secret character, and then we can just like jump into a game to show you how that's done. Well, I mean, just jump into a game, just whatever. And as you can see, Mr. Clinky's right there. And yeah, so you could, oh, jeez. So yeah, you could just take it for yourself if you want. And there you go. And of course, they take Pablo because they have no integrity. But yeah, and that will do it for us here on the channel. And we can just tie a neat little bow on Backyard Baseball. Thank you for joining me, and I will not see you next week, but I will see you in 2 weeks when we jump right into Hades 2. And I hope you all join me for that because, man, I feel like I'm gonna have a fun time with that. But until then, I've been Nathan, and wherever you are, whoever you are, whether if it's day, whether if it's morning, day, evening, or night, I hope you all have a wonderful time. All right, peace.